Welcome to Stoic Psyche Wisdom. In a world where people freely cross boundaries, ignore respect, and mistake kindness for weakness, how do you hold your ground without losing yourself? If you've ever dealt with passive-aggressive coworkers, people who talk over you, or so-called friends who undermine you, you're not alone. And no, you don't have to match their toxicity or sink to their level to protect your dignity. In this video, we're not just talking about handling disrespect. We're going deeper. These are not your average self-help cliches. These are raw, deeply rooted principles, drawn from Stoic philosophy, timeless, powerful strategies practiced by ancient thinkers like Marcus Aurelius, Epictetus, and Seneca, designed to sharpen your emotional control, set unshakable boundaries, and command silent strength without aggression. These 5 brutally honest strategies will not only help you deal with disrespect, they'll change how you see your own worth. So if you're tired of feeling walked over, misunderstood, or undervalued, buckle up, because by the end of this video, you'll be armed with the kind of inner power that doesn't shout, but never backs down. Let's begin. Part 1. The Silent Gaze. Speak without a word. Let's begin with one of the most underrated yet powerful tools you can use when someone disrespects you: the silent gaze. Sounds too simple? Let me explain why it's one of the most commanding moves you can ever make, and how it embodies the very core of Stoicism. Most people react when disrespected. They argue, shout, defend, or retreat. But none of that gives you the real control. What gives you control is stillness. Stillness in your mind. Stillness in your posture. Stillness in your eyes. When someone is rude, cruel, or mocking, don't flinch. Don't explain. Don't even frown. Just stop. Look at them calmly, silently, with complete presence. That moment, those few seconds, speak volumes. Yo. Game, you're not rising to the bait. You're saying, I see you, and I choose not to engage. This isn't passive aggression. This is passive power. The psychology behind the gaze. Here's the psychology. People who disrespect others thrive on reaction. Their dominance feeds on your discomfort. But when you give them nothing, no fear, no anger, no approval, you strip them of that power. You hold up a mirror, and they see their own insecurities staring back. Try this the next time someone cuts you off mid-sentence, dismisses your idea, or throws a backhanded comment your way. Just hold their gaze. Let the silence surround them. You'll be shocked at how often they're the ones who break, not you. This technique builds not just outer control, but inner awareness. And that's where real power lies, when your emotions serve you, not rule you. Part 2. Silence. The language of strength. Silence isn't weakness, it's not avoidance, and it's definitely not defeat. Noise and validation. Silence is a superpower. Let's say someone throws a sarcastic jab your way, trying to belittle you in front of others. What do? The average response? Defend, retaliate, laugh it off uncomfortably. The Stoic response? Say absolutely nothing. Let them sit in the awkwardness. Let them hear their own echo. Because here's the truth. When someone disrespects you, they don't expect silence. They expect chaos. Your silence confuses them. And discomfort grows where expectation dies. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "The best revenge is to be unlike him who performed the injury." Let your silence be that revenge. Not because you're weak, but because you're strong enough to choose peace over pettiness. Real-life Stoicism in action. One time, I had a colleague who made it a habit to ridicule my ideas subtly during team meetings. I used to explain myself, try to gain approval, but it only made it worse. His reaction. Just sat still and let his words fall flat. At first, he kept trying. Louder, more obvious. Then he stopped. Why? Because silence is a mirror. and some people hate what they see in it. Part 3. Stop explaining yourself. Let this sink in. You are not required to explain your life decisions to people who don't live with their consequences. You don't need to justify why you didn't go to the party, why you left that job, why you ended that relationship, or why you've chosen a path they don't understand. People ask not because they care, but because they want to judge, compare, or control. But you owe them nothing. As Epictetus said, if you want to improve, be content to be thought foolish and stupid. Your inner peace is not a democracy. It doesn't require approval. And the more you explain, the more power you give away. You invite their judgment into your soul. Next time someone challenges your choices with a smirk or disbelief, don't A. Smile gently. Say, "It's what I needed to do." Then move on. Let them sit with their assumptions. Because when you stop explaining yourself, you reclaim your authority. Part 4. Walk away without apology. One of the hardest things to learn, but the most freeing, is the power of walking away. From people who don't respect you. From conversations that devalue you. From situations that disturb your peace. It doesn't make you cold. It doesn't make you cruel. It makes you conscious. You were not born to be everyone's emotional punching bag. You were not put on this earth to be liked by everyone. When someone continuously disrespects you, don't argue. Exit. Leave the room. Leave the chat. Leave the table where respect is no longer being served. Seneca put it perfectly. You are the master of your own mind. No one can harm you unless you allow them access. You don't have to announce your departure. You don't have to make a scene. Just walk. And don't look back. Every time you choose to walk away instead of fight for scraps of respect, you train your mind to value itself more deeply. Part 5. Set boundaries without guilt. Lastly, and perhaps most importantly, set boundaries. Clear, quiet, firm. People disrespect you not always because they hate you, but because you've trained them to believe they can. You laughed at the first disrespectful joke. You stayed silent the first time they interrupted. You apologized when it wasn't your fault. That ends now. Stoicism isn't about being emotionless. It's about being principled. Set boundaries without guilt. Say things like, "I don't appreciate being spoken to that way. Let's talk later when we're both calm. That's not okay with me." You don't have to yell. You don't have to threaten. Just speak the truth and stick to it. Boundaries are not way to protect your peace. Outro. Final Stoic reflection. The way people treat you says more about them than about you. But the way you respond, that's where your philosophy shows up. And Stoicism teaches us this one core truth. You cannot control others, but you can always control yourself. So the next time someone disrespects you, don't collapse. Don't lash out. Choose stillness. Choose silence. Choose self-respect. And remember, how you carry yourself teaches others how to treat you. This is not weakness. This is warrior-like calm. This is ancient wisdom reborn. Stay strong, stay grounded, and as always, choose wisdom over reaction. This is Stoic Psyche Wisdom.